Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over the Kanto evolutions coming out of Prismatic Evolutions. I think this is going to be a fun deck. It looks strong. It looks like it has a lot of like toolboxy kind of feel to it, and I wanted to get into it and test it out. We've got the first Eevee with its boosted evolution. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, it can evolve during your first turn or on the turn you play it. This is fantastic. It completely gets around the evolution issue and the evolution rules, meaning waiting a turn to evolve and evolving on your first turn. I think there's only been a couple Pokemon that kind of get around that. I know at one point the Caterpie line had it. I think that was back in Sun and Moon. So we've got a couple Pokemon that have bucked the trend. We also, I think, had Wally at one point that allowed you to evolve on your first turn if you went second. So that's always a thing. We also have the other Eevee with its Resonant evolution. When you evolve a different Eevee from your hand, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and evolve it. So if we can get the first Eevee up in the active and evolve on our first turn, we can then also evolve this Eevee, which is really quite good. We can have two Eevees two Eevees into Jolteon and Vaporeon or whoever we want to go with, and all of that's on turn one. We also have Eevee EX with its Rainbow DNA. This Pokemon can evolve into any EX that evolves from Eevee if you play it from hand onto this Pokemon. So this Eevee EX counts as a regular Eevee thanks to this ability. As for attackers, we do have the Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. Flareon EX Burning Charge, Fire, and Colorless does 130. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy and attach them to one of your Pokemon. This is really good. This is incredibly fast, and it's energy acceleration with damage. It also has Carnelian for fire, water, and lightning, does 280, and this Pokemon can't attack. Warning, this is going to be a theme with the evolutions. We do have Jolteon EX with its Flashing Spear for lightning and colorless. It does 60. You may discard up to 2 energy from your bench Pokemon and do 90 more for each energy you discarded. So this is also really good. We can be smashing stuff for a lot of damage. It has Dravite for fire, water, lightning, 280 damage, and tell me if you've heard this, you can't attack on your next turn. And lastly, as far as as far as our attackers go, we have Vaporeon EX with Severe Squall for water and colorless. This attack does 60 to each of your opponent's EX Pokemon. This is not affected by weakness or resistance. And we have Aquamarine for fire, water, lightning, 280, and this Pokemon can't attack next turn. Fezandipiti is in here as a support Pokemon. Draw support is always very important, especially when you're kind of running a small supporter list like we are. If one of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's turn, you can go ahead and draw 3 cards, but you can't use more than 1 Flip the Script per turn. We do have Radiant Greninja. Again, draw support is incredibly important with its Concealed Cards ability. This Pokemon should discard an energy from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. And lastly, we do have Manaphy with its Wave Veil ability. Your Pokemon on your bench can't be affected by damage, which is very important considering how many little tiny baby boys we've got that want to evolve. Our supporters for this deck are going to be Arven, Iono, Boss, and Crispin. Arven, go ahead and search your deck for a tool and an item and put it in your hand. Iono, both players shuffle their hands and draw however many prize cards they have left. We do have Boss's Order. Boss's Order says, pull up a bench Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field and put it in the active. And lastly, we do run the Crispin. Crispin says search your deck for 2 energy of different types. Put 1 in your hand first and then attach the second to one of your Pokemon. We are running a pretty cool line of items. You're going to notice that there is an energy search in here, or excuse me, an energy You're going to notice that there's an energy switch in here, and you're going to notice Glass Trumpet. Glass Trumpet says as long as there is a Terra Pokemon in play on your side of the field, you can use this card. Choose up to 2 basic colorless Pokemon and attach an energy from your discard to each one. This is actually going to also help us with late game energy acceleration. We're going to be able to probably have an Eevee, Eevee EX, something like that on the field and be able to energy switch or use Jolteon EX to really kind of keep things moving. Lastly, the last card I wanted to go over was Sparkling Crystal. The Terra Pokemon this card is attached to, the attacks of that Pokemon cost 1 energy less, and it could be any energy you want. That's the deck list. Let's go ahead and get into it and see how we do. Okay, so with this deck, going first, going second really doesn't matter. I'm wanting to go second more often than not. That way I can get the supporter and the attack. With the boosted evolution Eevee, there's a good chance we can just jump right into an attack and not really worry about a whole lot. With this particular setup, I think I'd rather the Eevee be set up. There is a way to make this happen, so I'm not going to worry nearly as much as you might think. Okay, looking at Snorunt now. This could be a... Okay, this is a Itchy Pollen. So this is... We have to make it work this turn or we aren't going to be very happy. Does a Dark Energy. Yeah, this is trap you, make sure you can't use items, and then just pelt you from afar. And we get the Earthen Vessel. Okay, so we're going to put this down. We're going to put this down. We are going to use Buddy-Buddy. I would like to get 2 boosted evolutions here. I would like to go ahead and... I would like to Earthen Vessel. We'll get rid of this basic lightning energy. We'll get a water and a fire. We can then conceal cards to get rid of the water energy. We got a lightning and a Crispin. Arven here gets me Sparkling Crystal and an Ultra Ball. Sparkling Crystal onto the Eevee Trumpet. Gets me a lightning and a water. We go ahead and get rid of the Crispin for a Flareon here. Energy down onto the Eevee Retreat. Into the Eevee boosted energy. We've got that going. We do this here. And I think we get a Jolteon here. I think that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and Burning Charge, knocking out this Cleffa, and getting a water and a lightning energy. And we can attach that to Jolteon. And they hit us with the Iono, which actually gives us 5 new cards. We're actually okay with this. This is not a big deal. We've got Vaporeon. We can immediately evolve this, so that gets rid of a lot of our issues as far as. Okay, hits us with a 10, and we are not allowed to use any items. That's perfectly fine with us. I don't mind throwing that down there. We can go ahead and I don't mind attaching to Vaporeon here. What do we got? We've got Fire and Lightning. Okay, we're good. With that, we'll go ahead and Burning Charge again. Boom! Water and Fire. I don't mind putting this here or this. We got to put it all on Jolteon. Okay. Get another one out. And another Buddy-Buddy Poffin. That's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We do get to use energy. Or we do get to use this Night Stretcher, so that's always pretty decent. Another Iono. That's okay with us. and a Flareon. This Flareon will evolve this Eevee EX, and we will be using our Jolteon to do a ton of damage to this Vaporeon. Let's see, 90 plus 60 is 150, 300. So we'll be able to knock out that Vaporeon pretty easy.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
Cute little spread deck. We're not going to worry about that little Frostlass. Yes, it will tick one down from Eevee, but that's okay. And we've got the Manaphy. We'll go ahead and evolve this Flareon so we don't have to worry about it. We will Energy Switch from the Jolteon. We can go ahead and retreat here into the Jolteon. We'll go ahead and Boss's Order up this Vaporeon. We can use Dravite.
You just shot an unarmed man.
Well, he should have harmed himself.
We can't attack next turn. That's totally okay. We're not going to worry about it. We got a Fez and a Lightning Energy. And they'll go ahead and concede. Okay, so like I said in the last one, going first and going second, they both have advantages. I prefer to go second with this deck. We've got the ability to potentially get Flareon out on the board with Arven and kind of get things moving along so that we can start accelerating energy, and all of our evolutions at that point are kind of ready to go, and then we're just kind of playing with supporters and items. Okay, this is a mulligan. Alright, Mulligan City. Here we go. Just the one mulligan. I don't think that's bad. We do have the evolution, Buddy-Buddy Poffins. Okay. And, okay. So, at this stage, I think we're looking at potentially a Shin Pao deck, which could be a bad thing. Could hurt us quite a bit, but also maybe we're going to be okay. As long as... So, with Shin Pao, we've got a lot of potential here to do just tons of damage, so I'm not worried as badly as you might think. And a Snorlax EX. Okay. Okay, that could be used. We can take that out. We can take Shin Pao out. I think we'll be alright. A basic water energy, and he'll just pass turn. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our Buddy-Buddy set up. Because it could come down at any point, I want to use Manaphy because we could see Radiant Greninja show up at any point in time. Heavy Ball here, we do get the Fez. That's not terrible. We'll wait on the Sparkling Crystal. We'll drop that there. And we can go ahead and end our turn. Capturing Aroma gets the Tails. So that is another... that is another... Okay, so he gets the basic, gets the Shin Pao. Needs to figure out a way of moving this Frigibax. Another Water Energy, attaching it to Shin Pao, and possibly just drawing a card off of Collect. Here we go. Water Energy. Nope. We can go ahead and put this here. And we'll put the crystal there, and we will end our turn. Man, this is not going well for either one of us. Starting to load up that. Snorlax goes ahead and draws a card. Crispin. We'll hold off, and we'll go ahead and end our turn. And Irida comes down. This will finally get the Frigibax and get the... not the Frigibax. This will get the Baxcalibur, get the Rare Candy, kind of get things moving along so we can move more energy. He'll be happy and healthy. Rare Candy and Ogerpon. And goes ahead and passes the turn. Okay. Arven. This is going to help us out. Okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves... Let's get ourselves the Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball here gets rid of a Night Stretcher and the Fez. Yeah, we'll get ourselves the Jolteon. Jolteon onto Eevee, because that gets us what we need. The Flareon, we can... do we want to do this? I think we do. Do we want to do Vaporeon? No, we want to do Flareon here. Do we have any other energy? We do not. We'll hold off on that Night Stretcher, and we're fine. Now we at least have free retreat in the active. Okay, Nimona draws 3 cards. That'll help him out a lot. Hopefully getting the water energy, and then we'll see where we're at. Another Flareon. I'm okay with that there. We can go ahead and retreat here. We will boss's order. Yes. Let's go ahead and boss's order up this Snorlax. We can Crispin later, and we will go ahead and Burning Charge. We will get a Lightning and a Water Energy. We will slap those bad boys on Jolteon, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, we do have the Fez when one of these goes down, so we should be okay. Bosses order up the Flareon. No, the Manaphy, which is what he was kind of waiting for. He wants this so that he can use Torrential Pump. A Buddy-Buddy, this is fine. Let's get ourselves an Eevee here. Let's go ahead and Crispin. I don't mind that at all. We'll go ahead and get one of these and one of these. We'll put this in our hand. We'll go ahead and attach there. And we can go ahead and retreat into the Flareon again. I think that's fine. We'll go ahead and Burning Charge. We will take that knockout, which is okay. And we'll do a Fire and a Lightning. We'll put those on Flareon. Another Flareon and an Energy Switch. That should be okay. This Shenpao will knock out this Flareon. That's quite alright with us. We can move this Flareon up and smash. Super Cold goes down. With Night Stretcher, we're going to go get the Fezandipiti and put it down on board. Will this Shenpao retreat? Because I don't think Torrential Pump gets us boss's order onto the Jolteon. Let's see, 6, 12, 24. So he's got plenty. He'll get it off of this Baxcalibur, though.
No, my boy! Father, help!
We've got an Eevee. We'll go ahead and Night Stretcher here. Night Stretcher gets us the Fez. Fez down, and we can go ahead and flip the script. Flip the script, gets us plenty here. Let's see, what do I want to do here? We'll go ahead and boss's order up this Baxcalibur. Right now he doesn't have a ton, so we should be okay. We can then go ahead and attach this there. Earthen Vessel, we can get rid of this Flareon. Okay, we've got 1 and 1. That's fine with me. And we can go ahead and Carnelian. Can't attack next turn, that's okay. We've got the Nest Ball, so we should be moving in the right direction. Super Rod probably going to put that Baxcalibur back in. Or what I would guess is probably Baxcalibur. Okay, I would have gone with 2 energy. The reason I would have gone with 2 energy is I've got a Frigibax, but I guess I also have another Super Rod to put back even more energy. Even with that doing 200, okay, superior. How many you got? He's got exactly 4, but does he have rare candy Baxcalibur is the question. 6, 12, times 2 is 24. Okay, so he's getting all the energy into his hand. That's fine. has the Iono, we can go ahead and attach here. Let's go ahead and retreat. Let's get rid of those two. Why not? Into this Flareon. And then I don't mind hitting everyone with an Iono. Put all those energies back in your deck, sir. Okay, we got a Glass Trumpet. This is going to be pretty decent. Glass Trumpet onto... Let's see. Let's go with a Lightning and a Water. We can then go ahead and Night Stretcher. Let's get ourselves the Jolteon. Jolteon down onto this Eevee. Don't mind that. And then we can go ahead and Carnelian for knockout.
I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Take 2 more prizes. Basic Water. And then, say he does knock out this Flareon, we can bring up this Flareon, attach for turn, Carnelian, knockout. That Iono seems to have really kind of hurt him. Shivery Chill does put 1 down, I would guess. Gets 2 energy out, that's fine, no big deal. EM Evolution. And that looks like an end of the turn. Super simple for us. We've got the Vaporeon. Vaporeon can go down here. Just to do it, we'll go ahead and retreat. We'll get rid of 2 energy. Putting up this Flareon. Putting the water energy down. Using Carnelian again. And taking the win.
Hasta la vista, baby.
And there you go. The Kanto Trio, the OG Eeveelutions. I like this deck, but I do think it is just the start of the framework. This is kind of where I want to, the launching off point for when I go on live stream with the group or with friends or with all of you and kind of help build it to be a little bit better and then test it out and see what we like, see what we don't like. That'll happen next Wednesday or the Wednesday after this comes out. This deck is on Fun Deck Friday for a reason, though. I don't think this is hyper competitive. I don't think this is going to be the next great thing to come out of Prismatic Evolutions. In fact, I don't think a lot of really powerful decks are going to be coming out of Prismatic Evolutions. I think this deck is, like I said, it's the start of something, which is why I put it on Fun Deck Friday. Overall, though, I think the boosted evolution and one of the Radiant, or excuse me, the Resonant evolution Eevees are fantastic. You can really kind of get things moving with those two, especially Flareon in the active or Jolteon active, Retreat, and Flareon. It's all fantastic as far as the synergy between those two Eevees go. What would I change as of right now? I would like to see more draw support. I would potentially even get rid of... I would actually probably get rid of Radiant Greninja and put in a Squawkabilly. If I did that, I would probably do a couple Turo to pick those up. Or even put down a Thornton so I can do the Eeveelutions after I decide that I don't want the Squawkabilly or something like that. I think that's a good idea. Thornton does rotate in April, so we've got a little bit of time, so Thornton could be really good in this. Turo could be really good in this. I'd like to see a different way of using Crispin. I don't know that it came in as clutch as I'd like. Iono's always good. Boss is really good. Arven is going to help you get what you need as far as your Sparkling Crystal. Definitely we could remove Area Zero. We don't use it. I put it in there thinking we were going to have more Eeveelutions and more support Pokemon, and since we don't, Area Zero can definitely come out. As far as that goes, I get Area Zero come out and then probably put in... I could see Lake Acuity coming down, because Lake Acuity... water or energy or fighting energy attached to your Pokemon take 20 damage less in between turns. Or blah, blah. We could put a Lake Acuity in here as long as you have a water or a fighting energy attached to your Pokemon. That Pokemon takes 20 damage less from your opponent's active attacks. I could even see a couple other things in here. Maybe a Temple of Sinnoh, since we're not running Special Energy. I could see a couple different things, maybe even doing... Another thing I could see, instead of the Ultra Balls, I could very easily see Terra Orbs being put in this. That would help find things a lot easier. I'd probably, if that were the case, I'd probably try to put 4, maybe even 3 Terra Orbs in here, so maybe Ultra Ball and Area 0 come out, and then you put 3 Terra Orbs in here, and you should be pretty good. Switch is in here because I think it's a good card. I don't see why one switch could hurt anything. Manaphy, I think, is crucial, especially since you've got Radiant Greninja still in the format, and it's kind of always there. So I think Manaphy stays. So yeah, I think Terra Orbs would definitely help out quite a bit. It would also turn our Glass Trumpets on very quickly. Would I take this to a cup or a challenge? No, not in its current iteration at least. Again, we'll be going over it. We'll be doing some stuff with stream, so come on, check it out and see if I change my mind. With that, if you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do everything that you can to help me continue to do this. I appreciate every single one of you. I have grown a lot. I have made friends with this and with this hobby and this learning how to do YouTube, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. So please, anything you guys can do to help is awesome. That being said, have fun, stay safe. I love you. Bye.